Hello, fire signs. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a collective reading. Basically, I was called to do so for every element. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah. So let's go ahead and get your tarot out here, and then we can get started with clarifiers. I hope you're doing well. Sorry in advance if I cough. I have been sick, and I still have a cough. No, I don't think it was the Rona, but it was definitely different. So let's go ahead, get that started for you. Thank you, Spirit. For this reading, you definitely want to keep in mind that energy is fluid, right? It could be from the past, present, or future. Just FYI. Coming out. This one wanted to come out, the Emperor. Ooh. Sun wanted to come out. Spirit 10. Let's get one more out here. I feel like I'm called to get one more out here. For some reason. Do I take this? Okay. So, overall energy. Who is the Fool? Okay. So we have new beginnings, right? Taking that leap of faith, the start of something new. Oh man, this is the 0. What I see here is that the Fool is representing the beginning of a journey and the desire essentially to accomplish a great goal. So it could be very big for you, right? So it could be a new adventure, a new endeavor that you're starting. It could even be like I'm getting a new cycle that's coming in. So yeah. So give me a moment to look at this and see what is going on. My fire sign. Yep. Excuse me. All right. So we have here the essential closing out of a cycle. It could have been very burdensome is what I'm getting here with the 10 of candles, which is the 10 of wands, which is fire, right? You're automatically out here right off the bat coming out with the fire energy leading the tarot. So I do see here where there is essentially a type of closing out of, how can I say this, of maybe there's a type of action that may have not been taken, right? And it's kind of giving you that vibration of, okay, so we don't have it. This is not in here. And it could be you're essentially, I just right now it's like we, as in like you're tapping in with your ancestors and you're letting them know and you're asking them like, what do we do next? Like, what's going on? It's kind of like your ancestors have not been answering certain questions or have not been around. You've been feeling a little bit kind of like different or indifferent is what I'm getting. I also do see here with the 8 of Potions, where there is essentially a type of emotion that's been holding back, or you've just been encompassing that emotion, right? This is a type of like recognition. I also do see here where you're listening to your gut and it's just like, okay, you know what, maybe I'm supposed to be doing this on my own, instead of, asking others or even asking your ancestors. Maybe I could be where I get the feeling that your ancestors do want you to ask them questions, but it's like they're giving you these answers and these responses, but you're kind of like you're holding off, or there's some kind of like block or barrier is what I'm getting. And it's just kind of like you have all of this and you're like, yeah, everything is fine, and it's just like I have all these answers to myself, like what can I do, right? Life is good. Oh my goodness. I also do see here where there is essentially a development on an idea, and it could have been like, what can I do to listen to my higher self is what I'm getting. For some reason that just like came in out of nowhere, right? it's that action that you want to take, right? It's that kind of like that closing out I also do see here. But then again, it's also, sorry, oh my goodness. Whoa. It's that head over heart discipline that you want to do, right? That you want to take in. It's kind of like where something has you a bit flustered, right? So now let's go ahead and get into the world. What I am seeing here is there is a rebirth of that's going on, and I get the feeling here, fire sign, where it's more or less of essentially letting something die out. Like you've gone through it, you're like, I have it, I have that clarity, but now it's time for you to kind of like not utilize that concept anymore because it's outdated for you, and it's not really going to bring much into the next cycle that you are gonna step into, or you are in, or you will be. Essentially you can use certain strategies, but then it's kind of like they won't take you as far if you're open to change and open to new ideas. And it could be where I'm getting this like flippy floppy kind of thing, where it's that Empress. It's like you want to nurture or you don't. Like this is kind of like in reverse. And I'm also getting yeah, it could be kind of like where you're getting flustered. I keep on getting that word, and it's more a little bit like less kind of like harsh, less savage than like just being straight pissed, right? It could like piss you off, but it's kind of like, well, I kind of like, I'm asking for this. I want to use this method and I don't want to use any other methods. It's like you want to be open for change is what I'm getting. I also do see here where you have the 9 of Potions. This is also the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups here is letting us know essentially where you are having this type of like fulfillment. You're one step away from your abundance, right? The 9 also represents here where there's one step closer to completion. And then of course, then you have the 10 followed by the 9 of Cups. That is a total of completion, right? That is listening to your gut, to follow a certain situation or to follow through certain endeavors is what I'm also getting. It's kind of like you want to start off with a clean slate. You want to make sure that you're not taking any type of baggage with you that won't help you out, right? The Fool here, if you remember from the old waiter rate tarot, is what I'm thinking. The Fool takes out like a little bag, a little like sack with them. That's a representation of like the less you take with you, the better, right? And you don't want to take that into the next cycle that you're going into. let's go ahead and whew, let's go ahead and get clarifiers out here for you. All right. Whew. That was winded. That was pretty long. I felt like a long run-on sentence. My bad. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. It's like a new beginning for stability here, right? We also have here where there is a direction that you're going towards. And it's funny that it's under here, under the Eight of Potions, because it's kind of like, remember we were talking about earlier, yeah, I have all this to myself. Like, I can do this. I got this. And it's kind of like, well, maybe you need to take a step back and think about it. Like, is that really everything that you have? And then, of course, this is like head over heart, like disciplining yourself. It's a 10 of Wands. It's a closing. It's a double confirmation that you, oh, well, this is the 10 of Wands. Yeah, it's fire energy. It's a double confirmation here that we have a closing of a cycle, right? It's taking that responsibility. It's a type of accomplishment that you have had on any type of action that you've had, right? You've had it into the physical. There could have been heartbreak here, but also the Three of Swords does represent here where there's also healing, right? There could have been healing. Now, it doesn't always have to be like with a romantic partner or whatever it may be. You know, you could have a loss of like whatever it may be, and it could be impacting you, you know, your heart chakra. If it's just like you had a falling out, or it's kind of like you let yourself down, whatever it may be. But it's just like, remember that although the Three of Swords does come out here with heartbreak, it does follow along and coincide with a lot of healing as well. So a lot of the times, you know, you don't hear that, but it's just like there is the Empress here, clarifying with the Page of Swords. It's something that's out of curiosity. It's kind of like you're going back, like it's like you're telling yourself, like, why am I getting so flustered? Or in this case, when we're talking about why are you getting so, you know, pissed off, right? It's kind of like you're going back and you're kind of dissecting on what triggered you. You want to make sure to, oh, you know what, I actually told another element, I forgot, I think it was like the earth signs that I told, you know, write down any of your triggers or like what you felt and at that time. And journaling could help you too if you're not doing so already, because a lot of the times, like when you are like out of that funk and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know why I acted like that, and you want to kind of like think back on like what you were saying, it's kind of like bitterness brings, you know, kind of like that truth that's coming out. And so here we have the Five of Wands, right? So in this case, what is going on? It's clarifying the Nine of Potions. Although there is a type of setback that's going to go on, there's like a conflict that's happening, right there. But you know, where there's conflict, there is a need for expansion. There is a need for resolution, and this is why there's that type of kind of like conflict going on in this case. I do see here a lot of fire energy, right? A lot of, let's see what the Ten of Potions has to bring for us. The Knight of Pentacles wanted to come out. Like, this could be a slow and like moving process for you, or it could have been, or it will be. Okay, Seven of Pentacles. Let's just move that. I wanted to pan out, but I'm just gonna leave that there. Yeah, I don't know why my phone looks like this. I don't have a camera yet, so I'm in the process of moving. Anyway, back to it. So we have reflection, or a type of discovery, right? Using your common sense on what it may be. So could be, it's kind of like there's some work that's coming in that it could have been without results, right? At the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Wands. This is going to be very fast acting movement. It could be that the process could have been slow. We were talking about how the process was slow, but then it's kind of like the clarity is coming in. It's like, oh, this is why this happened and this is why that happened. Now I see why I'm going about on things a different way. I'm really, really like leaning. I'm telling you, it's really helpful to write down in your journal what you're feeling at the moment when you're like most vulnerable, when you feel the most vulnerable, when you feel like the most kind of like flustered and you're like, you feel the most angry. You want to write that down because you'd be amazed that you can actually come up with your own solutions like right then and there. You have your own answers, right? So let's go ahead and get you some oracles out here. 45, look at this, new opportunities. Here we have that full energy. Declutter your life, glimpse a magical doorway. Let's see what else we have. Can I get 2 more, please, Spirit? Ooh, thank you. All right, we also have 42. Oneness. Look for the common humanity. Invoke Lemurian light. I could have sworn that I spoke to some fire signs not too long ago, maybe sometime like last year, and reading where Lemuria kept popping up. And I kind of want to like do a video on that for some reason, you know, like what Lemuria is, you know. Can I have one more? Thank you, Spirit. Finally, we have 27, Ascension Flames. Merge with light, ignite keys and codes. So you have everything within you. You have what is needed. It's within you, right? All right. So hope that resonated with you. Hope that helped you out a little bit. All right. I will see you in the next reading. Bye.